everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. The time for talk is over as we are just mere moments away from the Super Bowl. Two teams now have a chance to prove they are the best. It's the Bengals going up against the Packers. So the time has come. Let's send you out to the stadium and join the two men that will have the Super Bowl call. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and NRG Stadium in Houston. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Green Bay Packers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. To my left is my good friend Charles Davis, and what a thrill to be here for the biggest one of them all, the Super Bowl. And it seems to get bigger every year. The lights get brighter, the cameras more numerous. I don't know, there's just so much that goes into this game. It's an honor to be here, isn't it?
It is an honor, and I can't wait to share this game with you. This is going to be a whole lot of fun. You're my partner, my best friend. I can't imagine being anywhere else but right here with you. And just think about it this way. You mentioned the magnitude. This is no longer just a game for America or even North America. This is worldwide. People watching from just about every country in the world. This is impressive.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and just about ready to roll. We begin the next half-century of Super Bowls to a strobe of flashes. Super Bowl 51 from Houston is underway. On the return, it's Brandon Tate. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by the red rifle. From TCU, it's Andy Dalton.
This is a young man who has a lot of quiet confidence in his abilities. He won't shout it from the rooftops, but if you ever talk to him, you sense it, and you start to get it. In fact, I asked him about his mobility, and he said, well, I did run for over 1,500 yards in college. That was an easy answer from him.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the offense trots out onto the field.
And A.J. Green is an absolute playmaker on the perimeter for his team.
Second down following the run. Again, here's Bernard. Ooh, with a juke. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And that's the way to get things started the first time you touch the football on the road. And you have to believe all week long, all they've talked about is, okay, going into a hostile environment, we're the visiting team. How do we take control of this ball game early? That's one way right there. No fear, guys, and if they had any, it's probably gone after that run.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. And let's get a look at the Green Bay defense.
Demarius Randall's a versatile player. Played both safety and cornerback in college. They're using those same skills in the NFL.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. And now to the air, Dalton. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
The first carry now. This is Hill. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. It's second down. Dalton looking. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Second down, sacked by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on third? We'll see. Play fake. Here's Dalton. He's got time. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. So 1 quarter down here in Super Bowl 51. 0-0 our score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. So on is the lefty, Kevin Huber, to kick it away for the Bengals here on 4th down. Back deep for the Packers, Micah Hyde. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They begin the drive with Lacey. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Finding time. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 59 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Super Bowl 51 after this. A reminder coming up at the intermission. We'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Larry Ridley and the crew in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
So this brings up a 2nd and 2. On second down, here's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. And the offense lining up first and 10. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And complete right side to Cook. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Rodgers to throw once more. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he finds Cook. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jared Cook from 19 yards away. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And on the return, here comes Adam Jones. Oh, nice move. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Caught. Eifert over the middle. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Surveying the field. And this is incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Third down from the gun. Dalton. And a right side completion here by LaFell. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Here's Kevin Huber now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's Hyde. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Bengals defense gearing up as they take the field. Last drive, touchdown surrendered. Here, see if they can stop them.
It's always a constant battle of letting the last series go, good or bad, but especially bad. Give up a touchdown. Okay, forget the finger pointing, forget the blame. Go back out and play the defense you know you're capable of and help your team out.
And probably look to the leaders as always.
As always. They're going to be the ones going to grab some people and say, all right, let's do this thing.
They start the drive on the ground with Lacey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
As a guy carrying the ball, your eyes are going to direct your feet, and you're hoping they carry you to the open spaces. But it's awfully difficult at times because you have so many things you have to look out for. Where's the line blocking? Where's the traffic coming from? Tough to find open spots.
So we've reached halftime at a low-scoring 51st Super Bowl from Houston. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. All you want at the Super Bowl is a highly competitive game, and that's what we have. Both teams have to feel like they're in good shape, and that should lead to a wild finish down the stretch. All right, let's get it going. Let's roll those first half highlights. Bengals lined up at the 48. Clark's got the sack here. This one ends up as a loss of 11. Bengals now later on the drive. They're going to come away with another sack here. This will go for a loss of 7. Third down at the 19. Cook found on the quick pass. And it leads to a touchdown. Packers take the early lead. That'll do it for our final halftime show of the year. One half remains in this Super Bowl. To bring it to you, let's rejoin Brandon and Charles.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They start the second half with Lacey. And he's got some space here. The 40, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Packers. Eddie Lacey, 77 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here's Tate to return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And we put our attention now on the defense for the Packers. They were able to force that 3-and-out. That led to a touchdown. Defenses obviously love 3-and-outs. They want more of that.
They created a very short and not too sweet stint for the offense by getting them off the field that fast, but it set up their own offense, gave them a little spark, and they took it downfield and scored.
Now the question, can they do it again? Let's see. They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
Not a a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They send Green to the left on his own. Dalton now to pass. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. A.J. Green. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, 70 yards. And the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
Now Mike Nugent for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Bengals defense getting ready to go again. And they gave up a touchdown last drive. You kind of need to hit the reset button after every touchdown given up, Charles.
I love that. And the way that you phrased it is perfect because from series to series, you can reset how the game is going to go. If you gave up a touchdown before, it doesn't mean you have to do it again. And if you made a great play before, you have to reset again anyway because they're going to attack. So I love the way you phrased it and put it out there. That's what they have to do in this series.
Not like when you're playing a video game. You can't hit the reset button here. Let's go.
No, you shouldn't anyway. That's for sure.
Now a first down carry. It's Lacey. Looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Sean Williams that time in on the stop. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. This is Cobb with a catch right side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Lacey. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack. But I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone. And into the offensive backfield, he's a heck of a player.
And they're a big TFL, tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. He's bred this big defensive tackle.
Jones on the return. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the fourth with the football. From midfield here, Dalton. Green with a catch left side. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They'll get 19 yards there. And it's good enough for a Cincinnati first down.
There's nothing like getting out of the gate and finding your favorite target. Andy Dalton just did that with A.J. Green.
And some people call that a nice fantasy football connection as well.
Yeah, they're piling up the points that way, and they want to see that continue.
Time starting to run out here in the fourth. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. 1st and 10 for Dalton. And over the middle, it's LaFell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards there on the pickup. And that'll be good enough for a Cincinnati first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Two minutes to go in Super Bowl 51 from Houston. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. So the offense has it 1st and 10. A first down throw coming for Dalton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. Dalton gives to Bernard. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. What a Super Bowl this has been, and the biggest play comes now. It's 4th down. Big fourth down here. It's Dalton. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. And tough starting field position here. Rodgers with a give. It's Lacy. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second down following the run. Again, it's Lacy. And he'll lose yard. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. They'll run here. This is James Starks. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Here's Tim Mastay now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Here's Jones. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bengals take possession. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They'll look to throw. It's brought in left side by Tate. A gain of 6 there on first. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And with 45 seconds showing he spikes the football. So the offense needing 4 yards. It's third down. Back to throw. And that's complete to LaFell. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And he spikes it with just a shade under a half a minute left. 29 seconds on the clock. Ten yards still left on second down. Back to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
He's back to throw. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. All right, here's Dalton. Caught Eifert over the middle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And they'll stop it with 4 seconds showing on the clock. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. It's do or die for Dalton. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And the Lombardi Trophy is going back home. The Green Bay Packers are your Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.